All right, so I don't know how well you can see this, but I found this post on Twitter, X, whatever, from Chris D. Jackson. I don't know if this guy is serious, if he's a satire account, I don't know, but it's a very stupid post, and I just want to talk about it. So it says, Who else misses the boring, no drama days of Joe Biden? No chaos, no circus, no daily embarrassment. Just quiet competence from a president who actually knew how to do the job. Practically everything in that statement is 100% wrong. First off, let's start with the no circus line. You sure about that? Do you not remember what his administration was built up of? You had the Rachel Levine trans person who was supposed to be the what, health secretary? Like that's your health secretary, somebody who's overweight and trans, which means they have mental health issues. Like they are the worst person to be any kind of leader for health. And that's what was in for our health, whatever the heck the word is I'm looking for, health leader, health director of health. Then you had, that the bald guy. I don't remember what his name was, but he was something with nuclear energy or something. The weird trans cross dressing, whatever the heck he was. Then he's out stealing people's luggage and all that. Let's see. There was the time that cocaine was found at the White House. There was the time that the trans person was at the White House topless. The list literally goes on and on and on for the circus. So, not sure what you're talking about. No circus. Then it says no daily embarrassment. Okay, first off, those things that I already listed were embarrassing. But if you want to take it on a daily level, yeah, it literally was daily that this guy was embarrassing. Whether it was because he was falling upstairs, because he was falling off of a parked bike, because he couldn't remember how to either A, remember somebody's name, or B, remember how to say it properly, and then be told how to say it and still say it wrong. C, couldn't remember who was alive or not. Like that one time he was looking for somebody who recently passed away in the crowd. Is so and so here? I don't think so and so's here. Are you here? I don't see you. Yeah, duh, she's dead. She's not here, stupid. Or how he could never speak at all. Everything would always start out talking and then, oh, sure, like the most famous one. America can be summed up in one word. Is the foothills of or how he was constantly falling asleep at World Forums, or again, the list just goes on and on and on. This guy was extremely embarrassing to have as your leader. I always said that if I was in the military, I would just quit if I was under him. I don't know what happens when you're just trying to quit from the military. I guess it's a dishonorable discharge or something, but I would have because I would not be interested in taking orders from a fool like this. Also, um, he also needed to always be directed on how to do anything. He was given those cards. What I'm supposed to do when I get there? Where I go, where I sit, who can I talk to, who can I not talk to. If he was going to do a press conference, it was here's the list of people that you can choose. Here's the questions they're going to ask you, and here's the answers you're going to give. That's not supposed to be embarrassing. That's supposed to be how it's done. Yeah. Oh, my president can't freestyle anything. Not embarrassing. Or how about the last debate with Trump? How he completely failed that. I mean, he took everything about him and just made it into a greatest hits in that one night. I'm gonna say everything wrong. I'm gonna have no coherent sentences at all. I'm not gonna say any facts. It's basically what he did against Trump. Now let's go back to the first line. No chaos. No chaos. This administration was all about chaos. We had sky high inflation. We had wars breaking out everywhere because he was so weak that these other countries knew that they could get away with it. Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Palestine. Then all those other small ones that broke out that weren't as big as these two, but still happened. And then Trump came in office and shut them all down. But yeah, there was all that. Oh, we had our baby food shortage. I mean, what kind of first world country can't even properly feed their babies? And then there was obviously the whole open border situation. That was obviously very chaotic with a massive influx of illegals and B, just all the bad stuff that they were doing, whether it was, taking people's lives or doing fraudulent activities. I mean, who knows with all the Somali stuff going on. I mean, this was before Biden, but still, I'm sure it really blew up when he was in office. No one's around to monitor anything because, hey, criminals are the good guys. Free will, do whatever you want. Open up clearing centers. We won't check anything. Yeah, I mean, his whole entire administration was absolute chaos. So it was chaotic. It was a circus. It was daily embarrassing. It was terrible. And it's fantastic that it's over, because now we're back to like serious people in a serious country and serious governance, and people who put this country first instead of criminals and illegals first, and all kinds of good stuff like that. We're pulling out of UN because the UN is basically just using us. They want to hate on us. Europe wants to hate on us over everything, but our money's good though. Or, I don't really know what's going on with Russia or Ukraine, but last I knew we were cutting back on funding for that too. That would have been an endless war with this dickbag in office, because all he kept doing was funding it. The Russia-Ukraine situation would have been over like this if we never got involved. But then he starts giving them money and weapons and this and that, and of course now Ukraine's a little stronger because of that. So it just keeps going on and on and on and on and on. So now I don't think we're funding that as much anymore, so that should be dwindling down. I haven't heard anything because now we got Iran and all this. Who knows? A distraction, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, and then the last line, just a quiet competence from a president who actually knew how to do the job. This guy didn't know how to do the job at all. What are you talking about? He had handlers galore. He had that one time they went to a DNC type event, and Barack has to walk him off the stage because this dickhead has no idea how to function. You had that time with Easter. The Easter Bunny has to direct him because, again, he has no idea what's going on in the world around him. That the Easter Bunny has to be, hey, Mr. President, we got to go this way now. Again, back to what I already said. He had all those note cards and stuff telling him everything that he was supposed to do and say. That's not somebody who knows what he's doing. On the flip side, now we have Trump, who can stand there and give a freestyle speech for 2 hours straight, no problem, and could keep going if he didn't have a bunch of other stuff to do. You also have Trump, who sleeps, only from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m., and the rest of the day he's actually up working, unlike this fool who was in bed at 9 p.m. and up at went to bed at 6 p.m. and up at 9 the next morning. So for the most part, the leader of this country was out of business. And you have an administration that's actually doing stuff, not just talking about it, not just gaslighting and pretending they're doing something, not just talking crap about Trump the whole time, but actually doing stuff. ICE is in full effect, doing what they need to do. J.D. Vance is regularly doing stuff, unlike Kamala, who was supposed to be, her only job really is borders are, and she never did that. Biden couldn't do his job at all because he wasn't mentally able to. Geez, again, he couldn't even walk up a set of stairs. You think he can run a country? At least Trump can do all this and more. So, yeah, I just don't understand these type of people that just think that Biden was so great and Trump's so bad. I guess it's just an extreme level of either brainwash or you're just being paid by the DNC to be a shill. Because there's no way that anybody can confidently say stupid things like this and truly believe it. You lived through those 4 years just like everyone else did. How do you think anything was better then than it is now? It wasn't. It was far worse. Yes, I get it. Right now, the only thing I would complain about Trump is these gas prices are ridiculous. In my area, they're already pushing $5 a gallon, and it's absolutely obnoxious. In all fairness to Trump, though, he does say that once this Iran war ends, gas prices should plummet. The problem is, because he is usually pretty good to his word, even though the media will never give him that, he is pretty good to his word. But the problem is when is this going to end? Is it going to end in 5 years? Is it going to end next week? That's what makes the difference. I don't want to have to wait 5 years for the gas prices to plummet. I want them to plummet tomorrow. So is this war almost over? Are you just going to absolutely annihilate Iran and make it no longer a country so we can go back to normal? Or is this going to be dragged out and dragged out and dragged out in months and months and months, and gas prices just keep going up and up and up before we see the plummet? That's the only problem I'd have. But otherwise, I would take Trump a million times over before I'd ever even think about voting for this idiot. Those 4 years were horrible. Absolutely horrible. And all I kept looking forward to was 2024 at that time, hoping that somebody better would get in, whether it was Trump or somebody else. I just thought we cannot have him again or Kamala. Kamala somehow would have even managed to be even worse than this guy, which makes no sense when people support her. Harris Walls, that would have been just astronomically horrible. So good thing they lost, and it's a very good thing Trump's back. But yeah, I just want to talk about this because I see this all the time, and I'm like, these people are either absolutely brain dead, or they're just paid a lot to just say stupid things. And they're like, well, F my dignity, I'm getting a nice paycheck, so. Anyhow, that's all I got. Thanks for listening to me rant a little, and have a great day.